The 2025 monsoon has unleashed devastation across Asia, transforming summer rains into relentless disasters. From Pakistan to India, entire communities and landscapes have been upended by flash floods, landslides, and the unstoppable force of nature. In northern Pakistan, the tranquil valleys of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa became unrecognizable overnight. Torrential rain triggered catastrophic flash floods and landslides, with Buner district suffering unimaginable loss. More than 200 people perished in a single day, as rivers burst their banks and villages vanished beneath mud and boulders. The province's death toll has already surpassed 300 and continues to climb. Even rescuers faced tragedy. A helicopter evacuating stranded families crashed in violent winds, killing all 5 crew members. Further east, Indian-administered Jammu and Kashmir faced its own nightmare. A cloudburst over Chositi village in Kishtwar unleashed a massive flash flood, sweeping away neighborhoods and pilgrims. At least 67 people died, hundreds were injured, and many remain missing. Survivors recall the terrifying roar of water and rock as homes and lives were destroyed in minutes. These mountains shelter rare wildlife like snow leopards, Himalayan brown bears, and markhor. Landslides have stripped forests, destroyed dens, and accelerated glacial melt, displacing animals from their habitats. As human tragedy unfolds, nature itself is being reshaped before our eyes. In Uttarakhand, India, disaster struck without warning. A sudden torrent, possibly triggered by a glacial lake outburst, surged into Uttarkashi as villagers slept. The earth trembled and water roared through the darkness. By morning, roads were destroyed, bridges twisted, and buses overturned in riverbeds. At least 5 people lost their lives, while dozens remain missing, feared trapped or swept away. Further south, Telangana faced its worst rainfall in decades. In Kamareddy and Medak districts, nearly half a meter of rain fell within just 24 hours. Streets turned into rivers, submerging entire neighborhoods under chest-deep water. Helicopters hovered low, rescuing stranded families and even cattle from rooftops. A government doctor died when a collapsing wall crushed him as he treated patients. Power lines fell, roads were cut, and food supplies dwindled, leaving towns eerily silent except for the hum of rescue choppers and the cries for help. The deluge also devastated wildlife. Villagers reported snakes, wild boars, and leopards fleeing flooded scrublands, seeking refuge in urban areas. Crocodiles now lurk along roadways, and endangered birds have lost their breeding grounds, as both people and animals struggle to survive nature's relentless assault. Pakistan is facing a disaster unlike any in recent memory. In Punjab, once known as the nation's breadbasket, floodwaters have swallowed entire towns and fields. Rivers like the Ravi, Sutlej, and Chenab have overflowed, forcing over 1 million people from their homes. Roads have become canals. Railway tracks are now lakes, and relief camps are overflowing with families who have lost everything. In the north, sudden glacial floods have flattened villages in Gilgit-Baltistan, leaving people like Muntazir to walk for days in search of shelter. Wildlife is suffering too, as rare animals lose their habitats and wetlands are destroyed. With hundreds dead and many still stranded, Pakistan's flood crisis has left both people and nature struggling to survive. Catastrophic floods have swept across South Asia, leaving devastation in their wake. Rivers have burst their banks, submerging towns and farmland. The relentless rain has not only destroyed homes, but also forced families to flee in the dead of night, seeking safety. Amid the chaos, political tensions have surged. Pakistan accuses India of water aggression, blaming India's suspension of the Indus Waters Treaty and delayed data sharing for leaving its provinces defenseless. India counters that the rainfall was unprecedented, insisting that no dam or treaty could have prevented the disaster. In Punjab, crucial barrages like Madhopur failed, unleashing torrents downstream. Entire towns were evacuated at midnight, with families escaping barefoot through rain and darkness. Relief camps now shelter those who have lost everything, as communities struggle to survive. India faces its own catastrophe. Jammu and Kashmir experienced a 726% spike in rainfall. Landslides crushed pilgrims, roads vanished, and villages were cut off. Helicopters raced to rescue survivors, but fresh mudslides threaten every effort. The floods have devastated wildlife. Himalayan ibex and musk deer are stranded, elephants and monkeys invade villages, and river dolphins face toxic waters. Wetlands are drowned, erasing breeding grounds. As the landscape changes, both people and nature wonder how much more they can endure.